Well, it's been a scorcher throughout central Iowa, but nonetheless, it's going to cool down this evening, and what better way than to have a beautiful softball game at Hands. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. Kellen Toach here live on the Central Iowa Sports Network. We have quite the matchup on hand tonight. The Warriors of Waukee are welcoming in the Dodgers out of Fort Dodge. Talk about quite the turnaround season for both of these teams. Let's talk about Fort Dodge coming in at 35-4 under Coach Adams. They are the best in the state in the class of 4A with a 12-1 record on the road, 14-4 against teams above 500, coming off a 6-5 win over Cedar Falls, and they're going to be the top seed in their sub-state bracket, awaiting the winner of Mock Floyd Valley and Sioux Center, and this will be the final game of the season before sub-state on Saturday. They are the best in their bracket, so they get to wait and see who they play. Meanwhile, the Warriors, another turnaround team, 14-23 last season. Coach Powell switched it around, sitting at 18-17, tied for 19th in the state with Dowling, 10-8 at home. They're going to try and make that 11-8 for the final game of the season before their sub-state game. 8-15 versus 500 teams, so this is a good opportunity for the Warriors to cash in and get some postseason experience before we get to sub-state. But nonetheless, beautiful night for softball. Both teams getting ready to go here. We'll take a step aside, and we will be ready for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
Well, both coaches for both teams are meeting at home plate. Coach Adams of the Dodgers of Fort Dodge and Coach Andy Powell's at home plate. This should be quite the matchup as spoken last game of the season before Substate for both of these teams. Been a very long season. It all builds up to that point of July where all is on the line, but they've got one more game to get themselves ready for postseason here in Iowa. But nonetheless, both teams have their starters ready. We're going to hand it over to the PA for starting lineups and the national anthem.
And your Waukee Warriors. Let's introduce tonight's starting lineups. First, let's meet the Dodgers. Leading off at shortstop, number 1, Hope Allstock. Batting second, number 3, the center fielder, Taryn Ribbentrop. Batting third, the catcher, number 11, Ellie Duster. Hitting fourth, the designated player, number 18, Grace Nichols. In the 5-hole, the third baseman, number 2, Macy Wills. Batting fifth, wearing number 5, Callie Zimmerman. Hitting seventh, the pitcher, number 8, Aubrey Allstadt. Hitting eighth, the left fielder, number 4, Meg Marsh. And batting ninth at second base, number 12, Emerson Lara. In right field, number 9, Melina Meyer. Now, let's meet the starters for your Waukee Warriors. Leading off, the designated player, number 11, Gianna Leverado. Batting second, the left fielder, number 6, Abby Felt. Hitting third, she wears number 1, center fielder, Sophie Gorish. In the cleanup spot, the third baseman, number 10, Jaden Van Pelt. Batting fifth, second baseman, number 9, Ella Daniel. In the sixth spot, number 4, the catcher, Finley Behrens. Hitting seventh, patrolling shortstop, number 13, Jet Lundy. Batting eighth, number 3, at first base, Shay Swank. And batting ninth, right fielder, number 17, Kate Schulte. In the circle tonight for the Warriors, number 2, Elsa Capriva. And now, to honor America and those who have served along with their families, we ask that you please rise as you are able and remove your hats. As we face the red, the white, and the blue of that very special flag that stands for so much because of the sacrifices of so many.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, their bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home
It's time for Warriors
Softball.
And we're ready to roll here at Waukee High School. Fort Dodge coming up to hit, and quite the season for them. 35-4, best in the state. Class 4A, one of the best offenses in the state in 4A. And let's take a look at their leadoff hitter, Hope Allstott. She's going to be leading off for the Dodgers today. 421 batting average, 537 on base. Hit 39 RBIs, 20 singles, and has 18 walks this season. Quite the walk-off or leadoff hitter for that matter. And on the mound for the Warriors, Elsa Capriva. She's going to be getting the start for the final regular season matchup. Capriva on the season with a 2.62 ERA. 61 strikeouts. This is the person you want in the circle for this matchup.
Your leadoff hitter for the Dodgers, the shortstop number 1, Hope Allstott.
And here we go. Leadoff hitter up for the Dodgers, Hope Allstott. As mentioned, 421 average so far this season. And a nice pitch to start this off. Capriva's pitch taken high for a 1-1 count. Fort Dodge coming into this game 6-5 after their last victory against Cedar Falls. They're looking to cap it off with one more as this one's taken low and hits Allstott. And the Dodgers going to have a leadoff base runner. And that'll bring up Taryn Rippentrop. Rippentrop this season so far hitting .472, 35 RBIs, the second most for the Dodgers. She has been on a tear so far this season. A bunt laid down, fouled back. And Capriva has her first strike of the count. Well, this Dodgers team, you want to talk about offense, let's talk about the Dodgers offense. They are the best. Runners thrown down to second. And it's going to be sliding in safe is Allstott. But going back to the Dodgers offense, they are hitting .425 as a team. Best in 4A. Slugging .423. And here's another replay of a stolen base. Allstott quickly catching Barons off guard. Another fouled bunt. The Dodgers love doing this. Lead 4A and sack bunts so far this season. And Rippentrop faces a 1-2 count. Dodgers also have the least amount of strikeouts in the North Alliance Conference. 73 on the season. This one taken for a ball, evens up the count at 2s. Rippentrop, the senior, her last season, her last go-around, wanting to make it special. The 2-2 chops this one. This one's going to be called foul, and still even at 2. Well, Capriva this season has been spectacular. 7-5 record, 2.62 ERA. 61 strikeouts, has the most on the team. She'd love to get her first of the night. Allstott on second. Here's the 2-2. This one slapped into left field. They're going to bring Allstott around. She will come up easy, and that'll be an RBI single for Taryn Rippentrop.
With the RBI, base hit.
A nice slap into left field with 2s on the count. Goes opposite field. That'll do the job every time. Easy for Allstott around the bases. And the Dodgers strike quickly against Capriva and the Warriors defense. And that'll bring up Ellie Doster. A junior, she had 3 hits against Cedar Falls. Shows bunt, pulled back. Checking at first is Barons. quickly the Dodgers just showing how capable they are offensively. Without a doubt, the best offense in the class of 4A, and their ability offensively has been exactly why they sit at 35-4. Capriva way out of the zone, high and outside for 2-0. A hot evening, just 8 minutes past the 7 p.m. hour. Sun's slowly setting. It'll get cooler throughout the evening. Capriva deals. This one chopped foul to the left side. And Doster facing a 2-1 count. Doster hitting .585, leads the team in the batting average. 68 RBIs, the most in the state in the class of 4A. The 2-1, this one taken outside for 3-1. The ideal hitters count now for Doster. Leads the team in hits at 62, hitting .565, 17 doubles, and 12 home runs, and she is only a junior. She slaps this one hard up the middle, and she'll reach for a single. The Dodgers rolling quickly here offensively. A perfect approach here with a 3-1 count, goes right back up the middle. Capriva gets a glove on it, but it's not quick enough, and the Dodgers, with no outs, have a runner in scoring position and a runner on first. One of the keys to the game for Fort Dodge tonight was attacking early and setting the tone. They are doing just that, keeping the Warriors' offense off balance. We'll see that come when we get to their defense and executing in the big moments. For Waukee, winning the battle in the pitcher's circle was going to be critical. We're coming around for a win, going to third base, and this one getting to the outfield. Staying at third base, both runners advance, and quickly Fort Dodge has two runners in scoring position. Grace Nichols can really open it up here. A swing of the bat anywhere opposite field or right can really put the Warriors in a tough pickle early in the top of the first. Well, three keys for Waukee tonight. Obviously, the first one, winning the battle in the pitcher's circle. Elsa Capriva already facing some troubles early, putting pressure on Fort Dodge's defense. We will wait to see that in the bottom of the first, and delivering in big moments with runners in scoring position, both offensively and defensively. So far, it's been a bit of a struggle, but an 0-1 count to work with for Capriva. For the Dodgers so far this season, 166 stolen bases, the most in 4A by a landslide. Cedar Falls currently second in most stolen bases at 112. Fort Dodge blows that one out of proportion. Fort Dodge, top of the first, already showing huge signs of life. Capriva deals. Bunt is shown. Gets this one down. Sliding in and safe at home. What a bunt. What a run. The Dodgers extend their lead 2-0. A nice sack bunt by Nichols brings around Rippentrop. And just like that, the Dodgers up 2-0 in the top of the first. Well, if you're going to beat Fort Dodge, you've got to get out of innings. Fort Dodge, they average 10 runs a game this season, the most in 4A, better than some 5A teams currently. Warriors facing troubles early. Elsa Capriva in a huge moment here already in the top of the first. Runners at the corners, already given up 2. Well, for Waukee, they're 8-15 against teams 500 and above. Fort Dodge, no exception. They set the standard for elite softball in the state of Iowa. They are riding on an 8-game win streak, trying to make it 9 heading into sub-state. They fell short last season in the 2025 regional chip to make it to the state championship against Western Dubuque. So this is their get-back season. Obviously the best team in 4A, one of the youngest rosters as well. Talent is everywhere, and they've got a bright future in this program at the helm of Coach Andrea Adams. Throw down to second. This one's going to be dropped by Capriva. A trick play to fool with runners at first and third, but the Dodgers score again. Ellie Doster comes around and scores, and 3-0 already in the top of the first. Well, Behrens came up to throw it. It was a design trick play. Capriva would cut it off and try to get Doster in a pickle at third, but she's unable to. This one's going to be taken for a strike in the outside part of the zone. 1-1 the count. Macy Wills waits the pitch. Strike two, catches the top half of the zone. And Capriva finally in charge in the circle so far with a 1-2 count. A runner in scoring position for Macy Wills, the 1-2. This one slapped to the left side, past the glove of Van Pelt, but that'll be an RBI sac ground out, but that'll get another run for the Dodgers. 4-0 in the top of the first. Doing a simple job, just slap to the left side, gets past the glove of Van Pelt, but that'll do the job. A sac ground out for Macy Wills. Well, 1 out, an 0-1 count now for Capriva. And her pitch. That'll be strike two, and she's got an 0-2 count. And she's gotten her first out. She would love to make it her second. Haley Zimmerman battling with an 0-2 count. Capriva deals. Strike three. Catches her on the off-speed pitch. She picks up her first strikeout of the night, and she's finally now at 2 outs.
Here's the pitcher, number 8.
Well, Capriva picks up her 62nd strikeout of the season. Gets Zimmerman to chase. And finally, the Warriors have 2 outs. A long first inning. They'd love to get the bats going. Capriva with the off-speed again. Top half of the zone. Just misses. 2 outs to work with. Fort Dodge already setting the tone early. Capriva deals, slapped to the right side and foul. Aubrey Alstott, the sophomore, she pitched against Cedar Falls the other night. 7 innings pitched. She had a strikeout, only 3 runs allowed through 7, was eventually pulled. But nonetheless, Fort Dodge came away 6-5. Capriva's 1-1. This one hit back to her, fires to first, and the Warriors get out of a 4-run first from the Dodgers. Nonetheless, we'll be right back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
3, 2, action! Wilson Toyota in Ames is unlike any other car dealership in Iowa. At Wilson Toyota, we give you a financially rewarding, time-saving, and stress-free car buying experience. Earning your confidence with a value-oriented customer experience is what thousands of customers have come to understand as the Wilson experience.
She's getting better at this, making me so proud.
Wilson Toyota,
home of the Wilson experience.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
Well, the Dodgers strike early in the top of the first. 4 runs scored, 2 hits. They strike quickly. The Warriors are going to now have a say in that matter. They're going to bring up their lineup to try and at least cut that 4-run lead in half. On the mound for Fort Dodge, Aubrey Allstott. She will be getting the nod tonight in the circle. 1.95 ERA. She currently has 83 strikeouts, and she is only a sophomore, so this Fort Dodge team loaded up and down with talent, but they're going to now face the Warriors as they're going to bring their batting lineup up to the plate, and that'll lead us off with Gianna Lavarado. Lavarado tonight, the designated player, hitting .340 on the season, 11 RBIs, 16 walks.
The designated player number 11, Gianna Lavarado.
Well, Allstott, the sophomore to senior at the plate in Lavarado, and here we go for the bottom of the first. Allstott deals this one way out of the zone. A little too excited on that pitch. Well, the Dodgers' offense has been spectacular, but their bullpen has been great as well. They've been getting the outs when needed all season. Strike 1, swinging and missing is Lavarado. Fort Dodge this season has 131 strikeouts in the circle, second most in the North Alliance Conference. Lavarado hits this one right through the gap, and a leadoff single for the Warriors. Well, the Warriors' offense has been ramping up this season. Lavarado here with a 1-1 count goes the opposite way, takes it where it is. A nice single to start it off for the Warriors. Abby Felt now steps up to the dish, playing left field this evening. Hitting .322 on the season, 5 RBIs, on base percentage at .392, all around ideal player at the 2-hole for this Warriors team under head coach Andy Pauls. The 0-1. She chops this to second, going to first for the quick out, trying at second. Nice play there from Fort Dodge at Laura at second. But Abby Felt grounds out, and Fort Dodge gets their first out of the night. And that'll bring up Sophie Gorish, playing in center tonight. Gorish on the season hitting .294, .351 on base percentage, and 29 RBIs. Leads the team in RBIs, 30 hits, and 6 home runs. A powerful hitter in the 3-hole. She's got a runner in scoring position, and Gianna Lavarado. A lot of speed on the base paths at second base. The 1-0, that's taken for strike 1. Counts even at ones. 1 all across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. The 1-1. This one hit to second. Fielding it is Laura, and that's another quick out for the Dodgers. They've got 2 to work out.
Here's the Warriors, third baseman.
And that'll bring up Jaden Van Pelt, the third baseman for the Warriors. She's going to get an opportunity to bring in Lavarado. Van Pelt hitting .337, .413 on base percentage, 23 RBIs. The second most on this Warriors squad this season. Just a bit high. Allstott tried going for the top right corner. Doster looking back to check where it was at. Allstott to Van Pelt. Nice off-speed pitch for strike 1. Evens the count at 1. Well, 2 outs for the Warriors to work with. Lavarado got on with a leadoff single. Since then, we've had 2 ground outs. The 1-1. Nice off-speed pitch in there, but just taken low. Good eye there from Van Pelt. A 2-1 count. Warriors are hitting .305 on the season. All starts 2-1. This one taken low. Good stop behind the plate from Doster, and a ideal hitter's count at 3-1. Warriors slugging .423 this season. On base percentage is 6th in the CIML at .379. Alstott's 3-1. An off-speed pitch gets in there for strike 2. Good frame behind the plate from Doster. And just like that, a full count. The Warriors have 134 offensive strikeouts this season, the 3rd most in the CIML. The 3-2. This one chopped to third base, firing is Wills, and a quick 3 outs for the Dodgers. The Warriors strand 1 with the Lavarado leadoff single, but nonetheless, we'll be right back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
4-0.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
Well, the Warriors strand 1. John Lavarado with a leadoff single. The Warriors unable to cash in on that. And the Dodgers' red-hot offense will be right back up to the plate. And leading off will be Meg Marsh. Marsh hitting so far this season .359 with a .479 on-base percentage, 24 RBIs. She will lead things off. For the Dodgers, Capriva looking to have a quicker inning than the top of the first. She steps into the circle, and the top of the second is underway. Nice strike right down the middle. Marsh shows a fake bunt, pulls back. We've seen that now from 5 Dodger batters. And one taken just inside. Good eye from Marsh. Evens the count at 1-1. Well, can Waukee continue to build momentum into Sub-State? A great test tonight against the Dodgers. That's going to be taken low for ball 2. A win against Fort Dodge tonight not only helps build your momentum towards Sub-State, but you're really setting the tone heading in. People will notice that score and matchup. Marsh swings, and that'll be strike 2. Count evened up at 2s for Capriva. Tonight's match would be Waukee's offense versus a tough Fort Dodge pitching staff combined with offense, but the 2-2 taken high for ball 3, and we have a full count. Marsh started off behind, has since worked her way back. Also, Capriva trying to pick up her second strikeout of the night. Strike 3, swinging and missing is Marsh, and that'll be another strikeout for Marsh. She had 2 last game against Cedar Falls. That is 3 in 2 games. Capriva picks up her 63rd strikeout of the season. Well, one out for the Warriors. Capriva starting off much better this inning. Ball one taken inside. Emerson Lara up to bat. 1-0 count for her to work with. Strike one on the outside part of the zone. Capriva settling in much better here in the top half of the second. This will be taken for ball two. 2-1 count now. Capriva's 2-1. Swing and a miss. And it'll even up the count at 2s. Emerson Lara trying to get this Dodger offense back on track after a hot first inning. Ever since then, they've calmed down, and Capriva has found a groove. The 2-2. Strike three. Back-to-back strikeouts. Capriva settling in. She gets her 64th strikeout on the season.
Back to the top of the order, the shortstop, number 1, Hope Allstott.
Well, Allstott started this off hit by pitch. Since then, Capriva has worked her way back in. This hit to second base. No problem over there for Daniel. And that'll be a quick 3 up, 3 down for the Warriors. A much better top half of the second. They're going to try and get the offense rolling. We'll be right back.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat & Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
Well, Waukee gets 3 up, 3 down in the top half of the second. We move now to the bottom half of the second, where the Warriors are going to try and punch away at the Dodgers. Aubrey Allstott started this inning off, giving up a single in the bottom of the first, and then got 3 consecutive ground outs. But Waukee is going to try and have a say in that. Ella Daniel at second base is going to lead things off for the Warriors. Daniel this season so far hitting .367, .423 on base percentage, and 19 RBIs. Allstott deals nice off-speed pitch for strike one. Ella Daniel leading the Warriors in hits at 33. Obviously the .367 batting average, 9 doubles and 19 RBIs. The 0-1 hits this to right side, over the head of Lara, and a leadoff single for the Warriors.
Goes opposite for the base 9.
A nice job going the opposite way here. Takes the pitch exactly where Allstott put it. Right outside, just over the glove of Lara. And a leadoff single again for the Warriors. And Finley Behrens will step to the dish. The catcher this evening for the Warriors. Behrens so far this season hitting .375, .466 on base percentage, 8 RBIs. Strike one right down the middle. The 0-1. Bunt put down to the left side, fielding and firing to first. For an out is Wills, and that'll be the first out to move over the runner for the Warriors.
1 away. Brings up the shortstop, number 13, Jeff
Jet Lundy steps now up to the dish. Lundy this season, the junior, hitting .214, .293 on base percentage, 12 RBIs. Swings at the first pitch, hits it deep to left field, and just out of play, swinging first pitch for the fences. Well, tonight for Fort Dodge, it's taking the next step. Can they finally get over the hump after a 27-win season in 2025? Now up to 35, this is a chance to prove they are ready for a run at state, playing a team like Waukee, who has been in this position before. Hit to deep right field, tracking at the wall, and this one's out of here! Jet Lundy says adios and goes deep to right field. Back-to-back opposite field hits. The Warriors cut this lead in half at Dose.
Lundy goes yard.
Lundy takes this again exactly where it was. This was hit a mile in the air to right field. Here's another great look at this one. Opposite field, no problem. This one way out of the reach for Meyer in right field. And just like that, the Warriors cut the lead in half. Alstott looking to work to get back into a groove. Strike one. Taken inside. The 0-1. Just low for ball one. One's all across the board. One out, one strike, one ball. Well, for Fort Dodge, small ball versus power ball. Fort Dodge puts pressure on defenses with aggressive base running and scoring, and Waukee is known for driving the ball and scoring in bunches. Just proven there. This one hit to shallow center field. Camping under it is Rippentrop, and that'll be the second out of the inning. Well, the importance of the circle for the Dodgers is crucial. Aubrey Alstott gave up the two-run homer, has since settled back down. Warriors have cut the lead in half. She's looking to get out of the inning with one more out. The 1-0 to Schulte. Chops this one to shortstop, fielded cleanly and fires to first is Alstott. Well, the Warriors cut the lead in half with a two-run home run from Jet Lundy. We'll be back in the top of the third. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
Stepping in for the Dodgers.
Back in the top of the third, the Warriors sliced the lead in half. Fort Dodge scored all four in the top of the first. Has been quiet since. The Warriors have been on the tail end of the Dodgers. Taryn Rippentrop, an RBI single in her first at-bat, looking to get a rally going in the top of the third for Fort Dodge. 2-1 count now. Capriva has really settled in since the top of the second. Strike two, even twos on the count. Capriva already up to 3 Ks so far on the night, chasing for that fourth. Rippentrop will not go down easy. Chopped foul. Rippentrop still battling, has only struck out 9 times this season. Fort Dodge has only struck out 76 times all season. That is the least amount in the North Alliance Conference. Capriva's 2-2. Chop to the shortstop, bobbling it and unable to come up with it is Lundy. And a leadoff single for the Dodgers.
Here's number 11, the catcher, Ellie Doster.
Well, Doster steps up, single last at bat. Also went around the base paths to score the third run of the game for Fort Dodge. Runner on first is Rippentrop. Capriva deals. Fake bunt, time called. Hit batter, but a good call by the umpire, a foul ball. Doster catching tonight, has started every single game this season for the Dodgers. The junior, she had 3 hits against Cedar Falls back on Monday. Capriva's 0-1. A nice pitch outside for strike 2 and quickly ahead of the count while Doster is sitting behind. A ball put in play here could mean a ground out for the Warriors or a double play for the Dodgers. This one taking a ball. Capriva deals. A shot into the left center gap. This is going to roll all the way to the wall. Rippentrop slides in easily. Going to second is Ellie Doster, and she has an RBI double.
Doster, a stand-up double and an RBI.
Well, this is what they do, right up into the left center gap, out of the reach of Lundy. Almost makes a brilliant catch, but cannot get it in time. Rippentrop rounds the base paths. And that'll bring up Grace Nichols. She had an RBI bunt her first at bat. She's got another runner in scoring position with no outs. The Dodgers continuing to pour it on here. This one taken inside for ball 1. Nicole's only a sophomore as well. A lot of them starting for this Dodgers team. Strike 1 and evens up on the count. 5-2 is your score in the top of the third. The Dodgers scored 4 in the top of the first. Waukee struck back in the bottom of the second. Ball 2, this one is low. A good eye from Nichols. And a hitter's count. The 2-1. A nice strike 2 going halfway down the base paths and in trouble, sliding back in safely at second. A close call there.
Kelvin back in at second.
Well, 2's even on the board. 2-2 count, runner in scoring position. Grace Nichols trying to make a splash. Strike 3. Another great pitch from Capriva. She gets another strikeout of the night, and that'll be her 4th.
Capriva with the punch out. Here's the third baseman, number 2, Macy.
Well, 1 out to work with. Macy Wills steps up. She had a sack, ground out her last at-bat for an RBI. This one taken just outside for ball 1. The 1-0 shows bunt, doesn't get it down, and that'll be a strike. Capriva's 1-1. Bunt shown again, fouled back. The Dodgers love showing bunts early. But a miss gets to 1-2, and Capriva looking to pick up another strikeout. Winning the little things is huge for Waukee if they want to pick up a win against Fort Dodge tonight. This one taken really low, moving to third and sliding in safely. The 2-2. Taken up high and inside. Good eye. And a full count for Capriva. Fort Dodge has scored once this inning, looking to make it 2. The 3-2. Fouled back to the backstop, still battling. Macy Wills battling with a full count. The full count. This one hit sharply to second base, firing. Getting the out is Daniel, but Fort Dodge get another run scored.
A run across. Here's the first baseman, number 5.
Well, another quick look at it here. Capriva gets the pitch she wanted, hit sharply enough to second, and able to pick up the RBI is Wills. And Zimmerman will step up to the dish. She struck out her first at bat. 2 outs to work with for Capriva. The 0-1. Hit to second base again. We're going to do it all over again. Daniel throws it to first. Well, the Warriors give up 2, but the Dodgers add on to get it to 6-2. We'll be right back in the bottom of the third.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
3, 2, action.
Wilson Toyota in Ames is unlike any other car dealership in Iowa. At Wilson Toyota, we give you a financially rewarding, time-saving, and stress-free car buying experience. Earning your confidence with a value-oriented customer experience is what thousands of customers have come to understand as the Wilson experience.
She's getting better at this, making me so proud.
Wilson Toyota,
home of the Wilson experience.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa High School sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
Well, the Dodgers pour on in the top of the third. They add 2 to increase their lead to 4. Waukee struck back last inning. They're going to try and do that again. Gianna Lavorado will lead things off here, back at the top for the Warriors. She singled her last at-bat. She's looking to do the same to get the Warriors back on track.
And the plate for the Warriors, your designated player, number 11, Gianna Lavorado.
Well, the Warriors are on a 1-game win streak. Turnaround season after 14-23 last year, currently sitting at 18-17. A nice off-speed pitch in there for strike one. Upperclassmen leadership has been a crucial key to this team's success this year. The 0-1. Taken low and outside. Good eye from Lavarado. Well, the Warriors lead the all-time series against Fort Dodge 23-7, dating all the way back to 2009 when they both first met each other. Lavarado sits on the off-speed, fouls it back to the net, and is down 1-2. Responding to adversity, something that Waukee has done pretty well so far this season. They're being tested here, down 4 runs in the third. How will they respond? The 1-2. Good take from Lavarado, doesn't chase the outside off-speed pitch, and she has a 2-2 count. Measuring up against another state caliber team is a wonderful test for the last game of the season. Lavarado punches this one foul to the left side, and she still has a 2-2 count. Well, Fort Dodge, they've been one of the more consistent programs in softball in Iowa over the years, especially these past 2. This is a chance for Waukee to test themselves against a team with very high postseason expectations. The same for the Warriors and Coach Pauls. Lavarado punches this one foul off the light pole, still battling with a 2-2 count. Well, putting pressure on Fort Dodge's defense was a key to the game. Can the Warriors add on? Good eye from Lavarado. Great patient at bat so far. She's got a full count. A quick pause in play. Aubrey Allstott talking to Zimmerman at first. The 3-2. This one hit softly to second base. Throwing it is Lara, and that'll be the first out for the Dodgers.
Brings up number 6.
Well, a nice off-speed pitch there from Allstott gets Lavarado to chase, gets a nice easy ground out. That'll be the first of the inning, and that'll bring up Abby Felt. She grounded out her first at bat. Looking to get back with a hit here. The Dodgers infield playing very, very in, expecting possibly a bunt. This one chopped to the shortstop. Quick, easy play there for Allstott. And quickly, Allstott has 2 outs. The sisters on the mound and at shortstop.
Here's the center fielder, number 1, Sophie Gorish.
That'll bring up Gorish. She grounded out as well in her first at-bat. Warriors going to try and spark something with 2 outs. Allstott deals. All-speed pitch is just up. And a good eye there from Gorish. 2 outs for the Warriors to work with. The 1-0. It's going to be ball 2 just outside. Barron's trying to frame that one, but doesn't get away with it. The 2-0. Sitting on this one is Gorish. Strike 1. 2-1 count now for Allstott to work with. Defense wins big games. So far, the Dodgers defense has only given up 2 runs. Strike 2. A nice off-speed pitch from Allstott, and the count evens at 2. 2's all across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Gorish awaits the 2-2 from Allstott. Fouled away to the backstop. Good job battling with 2 strikes. The importance of the circle for both teams tonight was going to dictate who wins this game. So far, it's been the bats of Fort Dodge, but Waukee has had a small say in that matter. Can they get things going still in the bottom of the third? Strike three. A nice off-speed pitch high in the zone. Gets Gorish to chase. And Fort Dodge will head to the top of the fourth. Up 6-2. We'll be right back on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Make this the summer event at DeArmond Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram at Ames. Save up to $12,000 off a new 2026 Ram 1500 Bighorn, plus 2.9% for 72 months on select models, or up to $4,500 off on the all-new 2026 Cherokee with four-wheel drive and up to 39 miles per gallon. Get 2.9% for 84 months on the all-new 2026 Grand Cherokee. Save up to $7,500 on the new 2026 Pacifica, plus 1.9% for 48 months on select models at DeArmond Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram at Ames.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
Fort Dodge steps back up to the plate, top of the fourth. Here's something fun to know about them. 4 players on their roster have the highest batting average in the class of 4A. Ellie Doster leads it with a .585 batting average, but 4 players are top 5 in the 4A class batting average for softball from this Dodgers squad. Ellie Doster, obviously, 12 homers, most in 4A. And she leads the conference with 68 RBIs. Well, that'll bring up Aubrey Allstott. Grounded out her last at bat. And she punches this one to right field. Firing to first. Just late. Schulte tries to get Allstott at first. And she's able to leg this one out, and a leadoff single for the Dodgers.
Number 4, Marsh.
Well, Marsh struck out her last at-bat. She's going to try and make something happen here. Runner on first, no outs. Riley O'Brien at first base into pinch run.
Courtesy runner number 7, Riley O'Brien at first.
The freshman, 4 stolen bases so far on the season. 19 opportunities pinch running so far this season. The 1-0. Showing bunt, doesn't get it down. That'll be a strike. O'Brien gets back. The 1-1. Shows bunt again. That'll be strike 2. And a 1-2 count now. Struck deals. Just out of the zone, and that'll be ball 2. 2-2 count for her to work with. After 3 innings, the Warriors pulled Elsa Capriva. They bring in Lily Struck, the senior. And she gets a nice strikeout and a nice throwdown, and there is a pickle on the base paths. Firing to second, and they double up. What a play there from the Warriors. They catch Riley O'Brien lacking at first base. A nice pop-up there behind the plate from Barons. And a nice double play for the Warriors. Well, a good job by the Warriors to get a quick 2. They're going to try and get one more to head back into the dugout to hit. Nice strike 1 there from Lily Struck. Struck this season with a 4.72 ERA. This one punched into left field. Nice hit there. And that'll be a 2-out single for Emerson Lara.
Takes us to the shortstop, number 1, Hope Allstott.
Well, Allstott comes back up to the dish. Hit by pitch in her first at-bat. Ever since then, has been quiet. She's looking to get something going with 2 outs. This one taken low, advancing to second is Lara, and she is in there with a stolen base. Nice read in the dirt. A runner in scoring position for the Dodgers. Hope Allstott looking to cash in. The 1-0. This one taken inside and low. Good stop behind the dish from Behrens. And a 2-0 count. With 2 outs, if you're Hope Allstott, if you've got your pitch, you can most definitely take a hack at it. Didn't like that one. Don't disagree. 3-0. Lily struck 3 straight balls. Looking to try to find the zone again with the 3-0 pitch. And that'll be ball 4. This one taken low. Allstott reaches on a walk. And the Dodgers with 2 outs have 2 on.
Dodgers center fielder, number 3, Taryn Rippentrop.
Rippentrop, 2 for 2 tonight with an RBI. She's been a huge contributor so far. She could be even better with a big swing of the bat here. The 0-1 taken for strike 1. Rippentrop, another senior on this squad. And that taken for strike 2 on the outside corner. Rippentrop, one of the key seniors for this team, has been with this program for 4 years, has done so much. Was a huge piece to last season's team, and she fouls this one back to the net, and she's still down 0-2. Lily Struck trying to get out of this 2-out jam, but she has to get through Rippentrop first. She's got her 0-2. And she deals. This one fouled to the left side and back. Still battling with an 0-2 count is Taryn Rippentrop. Two outs for the Dodgers. 2 on, 1 in scoring position. Struck's 0-2. This one hit to second base, but right there was Daniel. She's been active at second base tonight. And an easy scoop and fire to first. That'll be 3 outs. The Orioles will come back to hit. We'll be right back on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
Well, we're back. 6-2 still your score. Lily Struck did a great job coming in for Elsa Capriva. Gets 3 outs quickly. And the Dodgers are going to continue to hold on to their 6-2 lead. 5 hits so far against Waukee's 3. Aubrey Alstott will stay on the mound and continue to go so far. Jaden Van Pelt will get things rolling here in the bottom half of the 4th. Grounded out her first at bat. Takes strike 1, an off-speed pitch on the outside part of the plate for 0-1. Deal 1. Inside pitch called time, hit batter, and Waukee will have a leadoff base runner.
Winner a piece of that one. Brings up the second baseman, number 9, Ella Daniel.
Ella Daniel steps in now, singled her first at bat. And a quick toss over to throw what looks like maybe a towel of some sort. Got to get it out of the pocket. But she's got a runner on first base. And Van Pelt. Nice stop behind the plate from Doster. And a 1-0 count. Well, the Dodgers trying to make it a 9-game winning streak. So far, they are up 6-2. All signs pointing towards that, but the Warriors have had quite a few come-from-behind wins this season, so a lot left to be played. A nice off-speed pitch. She gets exactly what she wanted. Pop-up, squeezed, and caught at first base.
Zimmer coming in to make the play. One away. Coming to the plate.
And that'll be 1 out. Zimmerman with a nice squeeze. Finley Barons will step in. Sack bunt, her first at bat. 1 out to work with. Runner on first. Both of the corners are very, very in. This one taken high for ball 1. Well, for Dodge, their sub-state bracket is set. They get a first-round bye. They will not play until July 11th at 7 p.m. against the winner of Mock Floyd Valley and Sioux Center. This one pulled foul to the left side. Fort Dodge got a very favorable bracket this year. Obviously, they'll await the winner of Mock Floyd Valley and Sioux Center. They play on the 9th. But Spencer and Lamar will be playing also on the 9th, and Bishop Heelan awaits the winner of those two. Bishop Heelan 3rd in the 4A class. This one hit to the right side and foul. And quickly a 1-2 count for Barons. Waukee, they get a little bit of a wait. They will not play till the 11th. They await the winner of Iowa City High and Davenport West. And Pleasant Valley and Urbandale will play. And the winner of that will play the winner of the Waukee matchup between either Waukee and Iowa City High or Waukee and Davenport West. Waukee has a favorable chance to make it to the Sub-State Region Final. That will take place on July 14th. The 1-2. Nice off-speed pitch, and what a catch over at first. What a stretch there from Zimmerman. Another double play, and the Dodgers get out of this one quickly. We'll be right back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat and Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
Well, we welcome you back to the top of the fifth, and we had quite the double play to end the inning. It was a nice hit over to first, but an even better play over at first. Zimmerman turns two, and the Warriors get out of that one with no runs and no hits, and that'll bring back up Fort Dodge's lineup. Ellie Doster steps into the dish, swings first pitch, and shoots this one out to right field.
Doster, the leadoff single.
And that'll be another leadoff single for the Dodgers.
Grace Nichols.
Grace Nichols steps in, an RBI bunt tonight and a strikeout. A productive night. She would love to add a hit into the column tonight. Another leadoff single for Fort Dodge. Runner on first base. Nichols awaits the pitch. Nice off speed there, but that one just out of the zone.
Runner down at first.
Yolen at first. Bunt shown, unable to get it down. Nice throw down to second. But she stays at first base, and the count stays at 1-1. The 1-1. This one hit to right field. It's going to get down safely in at second and at first. Nichols drops it in, and that'll be a back-to-back singles for the Dodgers. Here's another nice look at it. Gets it off the end of the bat. Just gets it into shallow right field, but that'll do a job. Fort Dodge has a runner in scoring position. And another pinch runner over at first base. That'll be Melina Meyer. She is the senior. We're all good now. Melina Meyer, the pinch runner, in at first base. Lilly struck in a little bit of trouble with two on. Bunt shown, pulled back, holding at second. No steal. Kellyan almost went, chose to stay. A smart read at second base. And an 0-1 count now for Struck. Bunt put down, a nice one. Fires to first, and that's going to get away. One run comes around. They're sending another one. Two comes around. Going all the way around the base paths. This is going to be an inside the park home run. How about that? Macy Wills goes around the base paths at top speed, and a 3-run inside the park home run. You don't see that very often. And 9-2 now is your score. How about that? 9-2 now in the fifth. Struck did a job. Bunt was put down. And everybody gets around the bases. And Zimmerman will step in. No outs for Waukee. Zimmerman grounded out her last at bat. This Fort Dodge offense is just amazing to watch. They average 10 runs a game. They are the best in the Class 4A in the state at on-base percentage, least amount of strikeouts, lead the conference in walks, best batting average, second in RBIs. They're just doing everything right at the right time of the season. This one hit into shallow left center, and that one's down for a hit. Zimmerman cashes in on a single, unable to come up with it cleanly in left field.
Zimmerman
Is felt, and another single this inning for the Dodgers.
Number 8, Aubrey Allstott.
Just a poke of the bat into shallow left center will do. The Dodgers finding all of the right gaps and right and left field so far today. Waukee has had no response since the second inning. No outs, a clean board, and a clean count. This one lined up the middle, another single for Fort Dodge.
Allstott, first pitch swinging.
Allstott with back-to-back singles. And we're in a similar position now when we had the inside the park home run. A nice strike right up the middle. No problem there. Pinch running for Fort Dodge is Riley O'Brien, the freshman. The last time she was in, she got picked off at first base by Barron.
O'Brien running at first.
We'll go to a quick pause here. Coach Powell's making a visit to the mound. Lily Struck has had a long inning. Fort Dodge continuing to pour on. No outs. Runners on first and second. Meg Marsh up to hit. Back-to-back strikeouts, but a swing of the bat can change things for her. A quick talk in the circle, and Lily Struck seems to have her nerves calmed down. She's throwing strikes. Fort Dodge is just hitting it literally everywhere. They're finding all the small gaps and holes so far in this Warriors defense.
Tori Jakeman at the plate.
And Tori Jakeman will be getting the opportunity to hit. In Meg Marsh's spot. Well, Marsh had back-to-back strikeouts. Another freshman getting an opportunity to contribute this game, Tori Jakeman. Jakeman this season is hitting .400, 4 RBIs. She's played in a few games this season. More than likely going to be a freshman that will get a lot of playing time next year, as so many have done in the Fort Dodge program under head coach Andrea Adams. Bunt shown, pulled back. Good eye. Both runners secondary shuffles, able to get back to their primary positions. And a 2-1 count now to work with for Jakeman. Struck trying to get out of a sticky situation. The 2-1. Bunt shown, pulled back again, and a 3-1 count. Jakeman has got the perfect hitter's count at 3-1. If the green light's there, and it's your pitch, take a hack at it. If you're Struck, you want to get the zone filled up here for strike 2. Bunt put down and fouled to the back, and that evens the count up full. Well, a full count now for Tori Jakeman. Lily Struck trying to get her first out still of the inning. Could this finally be it, or is Fort Dodge going to add on? Foul to the back line. Jakeman continuing to battle. Fort Dodge has done a tremendous job tonight of extending the counts, working the pitcher counts. We've seen Capriva. She got taken out after the third. And Struck has been in for 2. Fouled again. Jakeman continuing to battle. 9-2 is your score. 9 hits for the Dodgers, only 3 for the Warriors. The 3-2 to Jakeman. This one hit into shallow right center. A nice catch at second base there from Daniel, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Calling out into the green to make the play.
Daniel's been a good second baseman so far tonight for the Warriors. A nice look at it here. This one could have dropped into shallow right, but a good job by Daniel tracking and camping. And the first out finally for the Warriors. Still 2 on now for the Dodgers. This one taken for a ball. Emerson Lara up to hit. A single in her last at bat. Fort Dodge in the driver's seat. 7-run lead, 1 out to work with. This one taken low for ball 2 and a 2-0 count. If I'm Emerson in the batter's box and I have my pitch 2-0, I am taking a hack. She takes a hack but pops this one up. Camping under it and making the play at first is Swank.
2 down.
And 2 outs now for the Warriors.
At the plate, number 1, the shortstop, Hope Alstein.
Struck has finally gotten 2 outs, and she needs 1 more for this Warriors team to come back up to the dish and try and spark some energy. A nice off-speed pitch is in there for strike 1. Hope Alstott tonight, hit by pitch in her first at-bat. Came all the way around and scored. Ground out her second at-bat and walked in her third. This one hit to deep left field, and you can kiss this one goodbye. No doubt about it. Hope Alstott barely even had to trot to first. And that is another home run for Fort Dodge. Abby Felt worked her way back to the fence, but there's not much she could do. Not even a pair of rocket-boosting shoes could get to that one. Another home run for Fort Dodge. And another look at this one. This was in Alstott's wheelhouse, no doubt about this one. And it is 12-2. 3 outs for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 5th could end this one. And a run rule could be at hand here. Gianna Lavarado comes in to pitch. The designated player for tonight, but she is doing it all. She is on the mound tonight. Coming in for Lily Struck, who gave it all she had. Fort Dodge was just ready to hit. Lavarado with a 3.33 ERA on the season, 48 strikeouts.
Dollar dogs and dollar burgers while they last.
And 26 runs allowed.
Dollar hamburgers while they last.
Fort Dodge, so impressive this season. 10 runs averaged a game. That will possibly go up just a tad bit after this game. But they just pour on late in games. 46% of Fort Dodge's games this season, they have scored 5+ runs in the 4th inning or later. That is one of the best in the entire state of Iowa for all classes. 12-2 is your score. Gianna Lavarado steps on the mound. The bases are empty. She's got 2 outs to work with. A clean sheet for her. Clean count. She wants to get out of this one without any more damage. Rippentrop up to bat. Grounded out her last at bat. This one taken inside for ball 1 on a 1-0 count now for Rippentrop. The senior chops this one to second. This one gets through and past the glove of Daniel. And Fort Dodge is just having it their way tonight. They are finding every nook and cranny, every gap and hole you can find. Daniels had a pretty solid night at second, but it has just been bad luck for the Warriors. Mental mistake after mental mistake. Playing a team like Fort Dodge really tests you for the playoffs. And this shows how much of a championship caliber team Fort Dodge is and how much of a say they want to have in a state championship run. Lavarado gets a strike on the outside part of the zone. 0-1. Ellie Doster, the junior, up to hit. Singled her last at bat. An RBI on the night. Fouled to the right side. Out of play. And quickly down 0-2. Lavarado would love to get strike 3 here and get out of this one. 11 hits, 12 runs scored, 6 runs in this inning for Fort Dodge. The 0-2 fouled away. The Dodgers refused to go down on a strikeout. Ten batters ago was the last strikeout for Fort Dodge. And that was Meg Marsh. Since then, Tori Jakeman came in and took care of it. The 0-2 firing down to second. Nice tag and a nice throw down there. How about Barons behind the dish? Finley Barons snags a throw down out at second. The Dodgers pile on in the top of the 5th. We'll be back at the bottom of the 5th to see if Waukee can keep this thing rolling. We'll be right back.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat & Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
What a 5th inning for Fort Dodge. 6 runs scored, multiple hits. 11 on the night for them, but an error from Waukee was able to bring in more and more run support. But the Dodgers have just been finding every gap in the outfield tonight, hitting. Sometimes it just goes your way, and sometimes it doesn't. For Dodge, it's been all of them tonight. Waukee trying to avoid a run rule here. That is on the rise here in the bottom of the 5th. Gianna Lavarado came in to pitch and close out the top half of the 5th for Waukee. They're trying to get back into this one. 12-2, down 10 runs. A lot of work to be done from this Warrior squad to keep this game going.
Leading off for the Warriors, number 13, Jet Lundy.
Well, Jet Lundy's been a bright spot for the Warriors. She homered her last at bat to deep right field. That was the 2-run homer. That is the only runs that have been scored so far for the Warriors. Strike 1 in there. A nice pitch from Aubrey Elstott, the sophomore. Fort Dodge trying to make it a 9-game winning streak. This one taking ball low and outside. 1-1 is the count. Allstott's delivery. This one hit to center field, tracking and camping. Easy catch for Ribbentrop. And that'll be the first out of the bottom half of the fifth.
Coming to the plate, first baseman, number 3, Shea Swank.
Well, Swank will step up. Flew out her last at bat. 2 outs to go for Fort Dodge to close this one out. 2 for Waukee to continue to battle so far in this game. This one taken outside for ball 1. A fast-paced softball game. We've only been playing for an hour and 28 minutes, but it has felt much quicker than that. A nice off-speed that's in there for strike 1. 1's all on the board. 1 out, 1 strike, 1 ball. The 1-1. Taken low for ball 2. Shea Swank not chasing anything out of the zone. Still having a nice demeanor in the box. An off-speed pitch hit off the top of the bat. Tough play at first, but the throw is in time for Laura. And that is 2 outs for the Dodgers. 1 more, and that will possibly do it here.
2 away. Brings up the right fielder, number 17, Kate Schulte.
Well, Kate Schulte grounded out her last at bat. She is the last hope for the Warriors here with 2 outs, 1 to go. Strike 1. A nice off-speed pitch. She's had a really nice off-speed. A nice drop ball, a good slider. Allstott having a heck of a night. Only 2 runs given up so far. She's trying to keep it at that. 1 more out to go. This one taken inside for ball 1. 1-1 count now for Schulte. The last hope for Waukee to hold on here and continue playing at the hands of Kate Schulte. Allstott's 1-1. Strike 2, another off-speed pitch. Schulte keeps sitting on that one. She's got 1 strike left to work with. Either a fastball up and out or that same off-speed pitch is what I would throw. The 1-2, strike 3. Or no, foul ball actually dropped. Was calling strike 3, but that one was fouled. We will do it all over again. Doster was unable to squeeze it, but we'll do it again. The 1-2, fouled off, and still living is Schulte. A 1-2 count. Allstott to Schulte. Here it is. This one hit to shortstop. No problem. And how about that? Allstott to Allstott. That is 3 outs. What a game. What a complete dominant win for Fort Dodge. 12-2 victory. 11 hits compared to Waukee 3 hits. What a game for Fort Dodge. They will extend their winning streak to 9 on the season. 9-game winning streak. They will be the top seed in Class 4A heading into their sub-state bracket. They will await the winner of MOC Floyd Valley and Sioux Center. Fort Dodge will wait to play on the 11th of July. They've got a few days. Meanwhile, for the Warriors, they fall short. 18-18 is their record on the season. They dropped to 8-16 against teams above 500 on the season, but they will wait to play Saturday. All the way on July 11th, they will wait the winner of Iowa City High and Davenport West. They've got a favorable sub-state bracket, and in the playoffs, anything is on the table. But nonetheless, Fort Dodge ends their season 36-4, without a doubt the best 4A team, 13-1 on the road, and that will do it for both of these teams. Sub-state starts now, the best time of the year. Both of these teams are going to try and make a run at it in their own respected classes. A dominant victory. Fort Dodge will have their hour-and-a-half drive back home. The Warriors will pack it up. They will be back here on the 11th, and that will do it for us and the Central Iowa Sports Network. We thank you for tuning in for a beautiful softball game. We will see you in the sub-state. Once again,